look, I know what you, Dev. I'm about to help you out right now.
I'm talking about that little bubble shit. It's like,
my wife got me this shit.
Some putty. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Right?
So I just I'll sit here with it open, and I'll just fucking, stick my little fingers in there. Oh,
that works too. But Liz trying to get you ready, nigga.
What?
she ain't slick. She like, yeah, fill this putty, nigga. Massage that putty. Massage that putty, nigga, because you be fucking up. Get the motion right.
You got knocked the fuck out, man.
Yeah, I'm in go mode. Go. Yeah, I'm in go.
All right, there we go, John. Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of 2022. The first episode.
Yeah. It was because the
right. That's right. We had a great episode that was deleted. I was like, what are you talking about? We did this last week.
Right, exactly. I was playing. So we had a great episode that never aired because of my fuck up, unfortunately. So
yeah, but the best clips, honestly, like, look, if this is the first time you're listening, if this is the first time you're listening to any part of our podcast, like, just listen to that one episode. Like, I'm just saying, like, any of our listeners. Yeah. Last week's episode, even though it was cut short, it was only 14 minutes. It was part of all of our best clips. Like, if you want to know who we are as a podcast, just listen to that.
And that's what I posted.
Times.
No, that's what I posted on social media. If you never watched us before, never listened to us, just take a moment and watch the 14, 15 minutes. That's us in a nutshell, and that shit is hilarious.
Like, it's so funny, dude.
That shit was funny as hell. So again, welcome to a new year. Happy New Year.
I'll take it. 85% me, son.
85% Drew.
Drew, all-star. You are the all-star in the Out of Shape All-Stars.
We already know that, man. We know that. We just Tito, Jermaine, and you, Michael, baby. We ready now.
I'm David Ruffin. I'm David Ruffin. There we go.
David Ruffin.
There you go.
But see, I gave you a better one.
Older. If you heard Drew, if you David Ruffin, who's older?
I'm oldest because I'm the one who put it together. So, but Drew is David Ruffin. But Drew, I gave you Michael because you know how David shit ended quite bad. So I try to give you something more, luxurious.
I mean, Michael had a run. I'll take Michael.
I mean, if you want to be crackhead David, then you can be crackhead David. I'm just saying, I gave you Michael. But go ahead, David.
I did not think of the crackhead.
Go ahead, David. You could be Mike. I mean, you could be David. You could be Frankie Lyman.
Crackhead.
You could be Ray Charles. You could be all the druggies. If you want to build, you can build. But like I said, welcome to a new episode of the OSA Out of Shape All-Stars, episode 39 of season 2. Last week, again, we had an episode that didn't air, but we put our best of for 2021 out, and it's a great episode. Please make sure y'all go check that out. I'm going to put the link on this episode as well, because I need y'all to watch that. That shit was funny as hell. Now, we are brought to you by Culture Capsule, sponsored by Don's LLC. Like I said, we got our MVP starting 5, all-star player Drew in the building, repping. We got our Unabomber in the building, Johnny 5.
Yeah, Johnny, man of his word, shaved off the mustache.
If
you're listening, go to the YouTube and look at fucking Aki on the screen.
Yes.
That is not your local bodega owner. That's Jonathan Reyes of the OSA podcast.
Right, so don't get him.
He's a bet, man. He's a bet before the season.
So don't get him confused. He is not your local Aki. Of course, we got our host. We got our host Eddie Harchada in the building. But we gotta say happy birthday on this one. We're shooting this episode.
I forgot to say happy birthday to your ass.
The baby of the pod.
Belated.
He joined in the crew, the big 3 now. He in the team. He's official.
The big 30.
Kev Jet has joined the new part of his life. He's opened the door to a new world, a whole new world.
A new decade.
A new decade. Kev Jet, happy Dog Day, my guy.
Appreciate it.
Kev, how'd you celebrate?
My G.
I went to Las Mayanitas. Had some margaritas at the Mexican restaurant. Had a little. Had some Italian food.
Did you have some Italian later that night?
Some Italian food.
You had it for dessert?
Yeah, dessert, breakfast.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And dinner.
That's lit. That's lit. Drew,
how do you get Italian food at a Mexican restaurant? Oh, you're talking about. Never mind.
Yeah. Again, brought to you by Coach Capsule, sponsored by Don's LLC. Let's get into the pod. Open run. Now, football final week was a great week, so we're gonna save that. We're gonna get into the other shit. Now, Kyrie and Clay are both back in the NBA.
They both black?
I miss Clay though. I miss Clay's opening.
They black and back. So yes, Kev. Yes, he is. They're both black and back. Now Clay is like 50% or like something like a smidget black. He do the salt pepper. But Kyrie is a full brother. But Clay is back. His first game back, I think he had 17 points, something like that. And he's actually playing as we shoot. The Warriors are playing against Memphis right as we speak. So any takes on Clay's return, any takes on Kyrie being back in the NBA? Now we know Kyrie only can play in away games, and he's cooking in them away games, but unfortunately he can't play here in New York, which is kind of funny to look at because they play well with him, and then when they come back home, that's what I said. They missing something.
The fucking chemistry is off because Patty Mills has been rocking coming out, been a fucking starter scoring. Now that Patty Mills has to regulate to coming off the bench, shit's getting off, bro.
Yeah, it's again when they home, you can definitely tell, and it's crazy when they're home, the chemistry is off, but when they're away, the Kyrie Harden KD show looks incredible. Like Kyrie running the show, facilitating, he out there playing great. But again, as soon as he leaves, because they rode home, the offense completely changes. So again, can they be successful throughout this entire season, and especially the playoffs, with the continuous juggling of home, away, Kyrie, no.
I think you shoot to be a lower seed, I guess, right? So
I think they're number 2 in the East, though.
Yeah, so why you shoot for a lower seed?
So you don't have home field advantage, and you get Kyrie in more games.
Oh, so you'd be on the road, but
I'd be on the road.
But NBA.
I mean, it's no.
Technically, you get 3.
Technically, you have 3.
4 games in the series. So he said,
but you get if it goes 7, then you got backup. Man, come on, son.
Eddie,
No,
he said
if you're the lower seed, they still got the best player on the planet.
So Drew, he's saying if you're the lower seed, you get 3 games home, and then you get 4 away. So that means it will equate to Kyrie playing more games away.
Oh yeah, I get it.
So
you're
if it goes to a 7-game series,
it won't be like the Bucks could win this at home. Game 7 is like, well, Kyrie's coming back.
Right, so exactly.
At the end of the day, it fucks up their chemistry, but they can figure it out. The way they got it, they'll gel, and they still got the best player on the planet that plays at home too.
And it's when it talks about KD's minutes.
Talking about Blake Griffin, right?
Yo, and Kyrie stays fresh.
Highlight rep.
But KD's minutes. KD's been playing damn near the entire game.
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work when it comes to playoffs. You don't get gas doing that.
So he's playing every game, all game. Limited breaks for KD, and again, he did come back from a serious injury. So a lot of people are talking and they probably just speaking bad, negative shit into the air because they playing good, and KD don't seem to have any like hiccups in his game. But a lot of the sportscasters like, yo, KD keep playing like this, he gonna get hurt. He gonna get this. He gonna something gonna happen.
He's not gonna get hurt. He gonna get gassed. That's.
Yeah, they got to figure out how to get him a little bit of rest. Remember, he played a longer season than most. Like, he went on to play the Olympics too.
Right after. KD's been nonstop because, again, it wasn't like the Nets went out early last season. They went all the way to Game 7. He immediately went to Beijing.
Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo, and then came right back to the NBA. So KD's been nonstop. So again, a lot of people are saying Steve Nash and the Nets organization, they need to minimize his play time, because if they do want to go all the way, they can't do it without KD. So, John, do you think KD is currently being overused in the Nets' current system?
No, I think the players should play as much minutes as they need. That's how I look. But I do say, how old KD is, like what, 32, 33, probably under that.
33, I believe.
I'm not sure.
He was drafted in 07, so he might be like 33 the youngest, 34 the oldest, but 33 the youngest. I say he can play the minutes. I say when you hit that, like 34, 35, 36 age.
He's 33.
33. So yeah, that's when I'll try to, descend on the minutes. KD's doing fine, but they could. I think he wants to play, so let him play. But he hasn't really missed games. He hasn't really been banged up, so I don't feel like his body's reacting well to it.
Yeah, it hasn't been no hiccups in his game.
He's behind him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's no hiccups in his game. He's been playing well, but they're saying that too much strain on the body is going to potentially lead to something happening. Like
I would say it's different. He was like he's twisting the ankle here and there, or like other body parts, shoulder hurt or elbow hurt.
No, he's been good.
He's nagging injuries throughout this process, and it's like, damn, we really got to like slow his minutes down. It's not doing. But he's been, I think people don't want nothing catastrophic to happen, so they want to play the safe route and hope that they decrease his minutes. That way we see more of him playing.
Right.
So I think it's more of that, but I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I remember the time where players used to play like on an average like close to 39, 40 minutes a game.
Right. Yeah. Again,
I'm saying nowadays you play that, it's like holy shit! Look how many minutes you play.
Right. Exactly. I was about to say we in a different era again. These guys are, to me, seem to be a lot more fit, definitely with the technology and the advances in medical surgery and stuff like that. They seem to come back from injuries that a lot of guys didn't come back from faster and playing like their previous selves. But speaking of somebody coming back from injury, we got Clay back. What should be our expectations for Clay coming back? Again, he's been out there 3 seasons.
Just so Clay's back. That's it.
And just sit back and bang them.
To be a sniper.
I have a question. Why the fuck Draymond was hurt, right?
Yes.
Why the fuck did he come out?
Because he wanted to play.
Yeah, he wanted to be there for.
No, I get it. But did Clay survive like a life-threatening disease?
Like, he survived a career-ending injury.
And did he die? Like, was he gonna die?
No. ACL is not ending.
Also, Draymond, I get that that's you could do the same thing if you're just on the bench.
Yeah.
Call a timeout or quick foul. Like they did anyway. They was gonna give up the tip up and then foul him so Draymond can walk off. Why the fuck? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, Drew, to your comment, Clay had the ACL and torn meniscus, I believe, or MCL. And he's been out.
Achilles.
So he's been out 3 seasons. So when you said it ain't nothing crazy, he's been out damn near 3 seasons. So that's why.
I agree. I agree. The amount of the injuries lead to him being out that much. But just like also you say with modern technology and the way how Messi is now, you can be able to heal from those injuries way better. Like back in the day, those 2 injuries like that back to back, that would be crit.
No, one of them shits and you'd be done. One of them shits you'd be out of there.
Yeah, especially back to back. But right now, you can come back from them shits.
Well, for the amount of time we see Zion, who got bad feet and bad foot.
You forget he overweight and he got bad knees.
Right. So I'm saying for Clay that be out 3 seasons. Again, with these injuries, although modern technology is a lot more advanced, these are still catastrophic injuries. So for him to be out 3 seasons, there's finally be on the court. Draymond didn't do shit. Draymond was out there 2 seconds and said,
so yeah, simple.
Tip off and walked right out.
Clay put up 18 shots.
Why Eddie dragging it like he was out there?
Well, if you're a gambler, apparently certain sports books they put him out there and as if he was gonna fucking play the game. So everyone was, saying he was gonna get more points or hit under, and he played no points and scored nothing.
I saw somebody, I think it was on
ESPN, they bet for him to score like
the first point. Yeah. Scoring for him to score the first bucket, and then the nigga walked out, and they were fucked up.
But why would they do that though?
But why would he do that? Like, I don't stand. Like, I get that's your teammate, that's your bro. Like, you were there when he went down the first time. Like, you want to be there. Like, but you're not going to contribute to winning. So why? And then why is the other team agreeing to this? Like, it just.
But they did announce that before the game, though. They I seen it on Twitter. They announced that Draymond will be in for the tip, and that's it.
Yeah, I get that, but why?
So, unfortunately,
answer why. If you can answer why he's there.
Again, Ed is saying he can still be there. He can still be a part of it without being on the court. So, what did he get by being on the court for the tip off? Like, what do you gain from that?
He gained. He just wanted to be out there with his homie Clay back, so he just wanted to be part of the.
Okay, he just wanted to be on the court with Clay.
That's just
I kind of get what A's saying now. Like fucking be on the sideline in street clothes. You don't need to be like, they don't need to list you as you actually playing in the game.
Shit, even if you're in a warm up, shit, put your warm up on and be on the side and shit. Like, even if you dress up, just chill. Like, you actually getting on the court to get off the court. But John was saying that Clay put up 18 shots in 3 minutes. He ain't playing in 20 minutes. He not playing. And Steph was saying, like, yo, I'm just let the nigga shoot as much as he
he go be a sniper. Like he was that before he let him shoot, Mike. That's Clay.
We gotta get them cobwebs out of there, cause he like, yo, go ahead. Like,
I seen a dunk. He caught a dunk.
I saw him do like a layup, try to do like a figure roll.
He caught a
like yam. He yammed it.
Yeah,
that's what's up. Clay. If Clay be Clay, if Clay is Clay with the team, the Warriors got right now. Although Memphis has been playing really
Memphis look like they're getting in their ass right now, bro.
Memphis been getting in everybody's ass of late.
Warriors took the lead in that game.
Right now, I can't.
Well, yeah, the Warriors had the lead. The Warriors had the lead, but it's like mad close, 71-74 right now.
So with the Warriors being Warriors that they have now, the team assembled as is. You get a Clay 80% Clay. Is that enough for the Warriors to take this year's championship?
They're not gonna win this championship.
Who is that?
Phoenix, bro. Phoenix.
I'm okay with that.
Phoenix is gonna win the chip.
I hope so.
I already said it.
No, it should be the Warriors. They've been there before. You know what I mean?
They're worse. Everybody's in the West worst nightmare. Well, everybody in the league's worst nightmare just came true. Klay Thompson is back, so it's going to change a whole lot of
shit. Having a splash.
Remember, he's coming. You remember. He did good.
He put up 17 points that first game in 20 minutes.
Yeah, it sounds good. The first game, he got to stretch the goal, bro. Let's not get ourselves.
Let's make it a bet.
Overhyped.
Let's make it a bet.
What's the bet?
John, you say. No, John. This is John and Drew. They're both.
I gotta make a bet. I'm suffering from the other bet. Somebody else is trying to make a bet.
Drew, let's cap expectation for Clay and Drew. If you don't agree with this,
what's the expectation? I already said the Warriors. I don't have no expectations really for Clay. I should have said the Warriors is not making the.
All right, so just the Warriors.
Is not making the finals. Just like I said,
I've been said the Warriors don't make the finals.
I've been said that from the beginning.
Okay,
so you're
bet it.
So bet it.
So if the Warriors don't make a finals, Drew, you got to cut one of your eyebrows.
Nigga, I did that by accident one time before. I ain't doing that on purpose.
When you do that?
It ain't that bad. What's the problem?
I was like, I started seeing hair in the middle and shit, and like I was getting, like, I thought I was getting a unibrow, so I took the clippers, and I kind of went too far on this side.
The nigga got full size clippers though. He didn't get like the trimmers.
You could just use like a trimmer or a razor.
Right. He got full size clippers. He got full size clippers.
Took the half when he went up,
right? And then took half the eyebrows and shit with the full size clippers.
All right, you don't gotta shave your eyebrows, but you gotta dye them.
Yo, nigga, I'll do 30 push-ups, nigga.
You heard?
That's weak.
Blue, gold.
Now, but
no. The Warriors don't make a chip. You gotta do. I'm not taking the bet, but I got something for Drew to do.
What is it?
Okay.
And then Drew can think of something. You want to do 30 push-ups? Before you take 30 push-ups, you gotta take 5 shots of a liquor of our choosing. Then do 30 push-ups. Shots? Yeah, 5 shots, and then do 30 push-ups.
Okay.
You gotta record yourself taking the 5 shots, and you gotta record yourself taking the 30 push-ups. But we can post it.
5 shots. So 5 shots with 30 push. 5 shots.
5 shots
with 30 push-ups. With 30 push-ups. Can I split that?
No, you can't split it. You just go.
Yeah, 5 shots.
I was
bang, and then push.
And 30 push-ups.
Nigga, fuck it.
That's not even crazy.
Oh wait, he said fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, so who's taking the bet?
That's his bet. He took the bet. He took the bet.
The bet by himself. I was setting him up for it. I didn't think he was gonna nibble, but you nibble. Ain't nobody.
All right, so boom, bet. That's the bet. Boom, done. John, you keep talking.
If the Warriors don't go to the finals, the Warriors don't go to the finals. Drew got to take 5 shots on liquor.
He didn't say win. He didn't say win the
why
finals.
would you take the bet? You're supposed to pick somebody.
He said, John, why you keep talking?
You're gonna ruin it. He's gonna back out.
He said they don't. If the Warriors don't make it to the finals,
right? Exactly.
They don't make it. They don't have to win.
Right. They don't have to win. They just
have to get there.
They just have to get there. Boom. We got it. We understood. It's clear. It's done. It's on camera. It's on camera. We got it.
5
now
shots.
again. Now
5 shots. 5 shots.
We're doing vodka. We're doing whiskey. We're doing tequila. We're doing all.
Nigga, no, don't be mixing. No, I did not agree to mixing. No, fuck that. Fuck that. No, we are not doing mixing.
So that means I get to pick one.
We are not mixing. No, you're not mixing liquor. We are not mixing liquor. No, I'm not
trying to put him in the hospital.
I'm a renege if y'all mix liquor. I'm a renege. I'm a renege.
Drew, I'm with you. We're gonna do one liquor. I ain't trying to put you in the hospital. So we're gonna move.
Drew, what don't you like to drink?
What?
Tequila?
Don't I like?
Yeah. Do you like tequila?
I like tequila.
What do you?
I'm not a big brown liquor. I'm not a big brown liquor fan. I do more like clear liquor.
So what like
more like I do like something like.
I want to do what would make you go bleh? What would make you do that?
Ray and nephews.
That's the devil.
Oh, speaking of Devil Spring.
Nigga.
Or Dev's OG favorite too.
Speaking of Devil Spring, just commit. Just commit. We'll get you some Everclear.
We don't gotta pick the alcohol now.
Y'all niggas are trying to fucking kill me, and I gotta do push-ups.
Yeah, we don't gotta pick the alcohol now.
Y'all niggas trying to kill me.
We can wait. Like you still gotta do the 30 push-ups, take 5 shots if they don't make it. We don't gotta pick the alcohol now. We can wait and pick the alcohol when the event takes place.
Yeah. Right. Once we get there, we'll deal with that. But also the NBA, Bo is no longer with Denver. He's now a part of the Detroit Pistons basketball. Is this a good fit? Is this a good fit for Bo moving forward? You know, he don't get a lot of take on Denver. Can he get some shine over there? They do have y'all guys that the guy that used to be with the Knicks, the power forward center. He used to be with the Knicks a few years ago. He went to Detroit.
Talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he black guy.
There's a lot of black guys in basketball.
Come on, man.
He was I don't know this nigga name. He was on the Knicks, y'all city. This y'all.
You talking about
Nigga?
Who?
That ain't still in the league.
Nigga, I ain't talking about no fucking stat.
Who you talking about? Bargnani?
No, he black.
Oh, he black? I don't know who you're talking about then.
What's that nigga? Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy Grant
Come on,
wasn't he with the Knicks a few years ago?
Jeremy Grant wasn't with the Knicks. He wasn't with the Knicks. He was with the Denver, bro.
Was he with the Denver?
Yes, Jeremy Grant was with Denver. Not even.
Oh, my bad. Okay. I thought Jeremy Grant was with the Knicks once before.
I had a feeling he was talking about him. I was like, he ain't playing for no Knicks.
Let me look, because y'all niggas don't be knowing shit. Nah, he ain't playing. He was at the W, right? All right.
You don't be knowing shit.
Oh, yeah, I'm wrong. I take it. I'm wrong. I take it. All right.
Yeah.
Bobo is in Detroit. We're going to see where that goes. Let's get into college.
You ain't watching no Detroit games.
I'm definitely not watching no Detroit games. I ain't going to lie to you.
Bobo, well, we got to see if they're going to let Bobo play. I know the Pistons is interested in trading Grant, so they're probably going to free up more playing time for Bobo.
Bobo going to have to retire.
Let's get into the BCS. Now, there wasn't no football on Monday because of this. The national championship in college.
One thing. Y'all ain't go talk about how you trying to package Ben Simmons and fuck it. Damn.
I heard that.
Shit, why am I fucking blanking?
Man, Ben Simmons ain't going nowhere. They already said that if they can't get a package or a player to the level that's going to send them to the championship level player, they not sending Ben Simmons nowhere. He's going to continue to get fined and stay with fucking Philly throughout the rest of the season. And Philly on the 7-8 game win streak right now. Fucking Big Africa cooking right now. So
Big Africa cooking.
So the one that you're talking about, Drew, just so it's Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris.
There we go, Tobias Harris. That's what I was talking about.
I'm trying to find what the deal would have been.
Because they were talking about doing something with Atlanta and sending that Collins to Detroit. Then they were talking about sending Sabonis to fucking Philly and shit. Like, they don't need no big. They don't need another fucking big. All the possible trades is bigs. The college nigga from Atlanta.
Yeah. So.
And plus, Sabonis.
This is Shams. He said Cam Radish and John Collins potentially being sent to Philly for Ben Simmons.
But that's what I'm saying. Philly ain't taking that. They already said if they don't get superstar level comparable to Ben Simmons, John Collins and fucking Cam is not on the level of Ben Simmons. They might be better shooters, I can say that. But when it comes to superstardom, put seats and putting people in them seats, they don't do that. They role players. So they're not going to trade Ben Simmons to get role players. Although that might be what they need because
John Collins is more than just a role player. John Collins is actually nice.
I'm not saying he ain't. I'm not saying he ain't nice. You can be nice and still be a role player. John Collins ain't moving no needle. He ain't no star player. So Ben Simmons is considered a superstar level player. Cam is coming off the bench. He's not a star yet. He has the potential to be in a few years. John Collins was known for a dunker. He had a great season last year, but he's still not considered to be a star. Philly ain't giving up Ben Simmons for that when they could just sit him on the bench and find his ass until they find a better deal. And plus they play good, so there's no need to rush.
I get your point. They are playing good. Playing good.
I've seen a lot of these bullshit. They've been all bigs. They talked about John Collins. They talked about Sabonis, which is okay.
Sabonis
good.
Don't make no sense because Sabonis is not. He ain't gonna come off the bench to be behind Joel Embiid.
Well, he wouldn't come off the bench. It would be both of them starting, but then it makes no sense to have both of them down there. Right? Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Even having John Collins, unless he's gonna come off the bench, which he's already a starter.
Nah, John Collins played more your traditional, I think, power forward though.
Yeah,
he can actually be down there with with Joel Embiid, to be honest. Like,
he could beat out him, but Joel Embiid don't need nobody crowding the paint with him. So it makes no sense. These trades don't make no fucking sense. Ben Simmons ain't going nowhere into the fucking next season unless they get some superstar level shit go on. And CJ McCollum to fucking Philly and send Ben ass to Portland, like I've been saying all fucking year. That's what needs to happen. Other than
I don't even think CJ would be if they like the stances like what you're saying. I don't think CJ is gonna be able to even sway them.
Yeah, that's true, and that's you absolutely right. You absolutely right. But let's get into the BCS again. We had Alabama versus Georgia. This is Roll Tide. Everybody, the Bill Belichick of college football. You got Nick Saban going against one of his proteges, and the Georgia's coach and shit. And Georgia found a way to pull it together. They beat
Georgia Bulldogs.
They flipped a switch and took over.
Because that first half it was trash. That game was boring as hell. It was like 9-6.
Yeah, I started watching it on the plane, and I was like, well, I guess I'll just watch this when I get home. When I came back, I was like, oh shit, this game is over.
Nobody was doing nothing that first half, but second half I turned from it and then came back and saw like, oh shit, Georgia took off, and Georgia put that off and shit. But and this was again 2 highly scouted QBs coming into the NFL. But they both didn't have really good games.
There's a lot of like Alabama fans that are butthurt right now because they were down with their first 2, like their 1 and 2 receivers were down in the game.
One of them got a torn ACL.
In the game.
Yeah, one of them got hurt during the game and he tore an ACL. Williams, I think his last name is.
Yeah.
So he got hurt early in the game and shit. And I saw something funny that 7 of their players entered the trade portal right after the game and shit.
Alabama's did?
Yeah, like right after the game. Shit. 7 of their players entered the transfer pool and shit. Portal
before
and shit.
Williams tore his ACL, he had 4 catches for 65 yards.
Yeah.
They tore his ACL early in that game.
Yo, and I forgot I know this ain't got nothing to do with the BCS, but it's a quarterback who's holding the college hostage right now. I can't remember his name.
I know you're talking about homie that just was playing at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
His last name I think it's with an R.
I just love it though. The way college football going. So the quarterback for Oklahoma, he just entered to the transfer portal. He's supposed to be the number 1 quarterback next year, right?
Next year.
Caleb Williams.
No.
So
Spencer Rattler.
So what he's done, he's entered into the transfer portal, and he's basically making the teams pay for his services as in so many words. So now college players can get paid, and he's like, yo, I'm going to whoever go pay for my services, who gonna do me right, who gonna pay me right, that's where I'm gonna go.
That's pretty fucking fire.
And I'm like, yo, that is fucking fire because you got so again, you got these players coming in from high school, and these coaches and these teams is meeting and hey, trying to recruit you. It's all no, nigga. I'm recruiting y'all now. Like, which one of y'all gonna pay me? Like, so I've been sitting there talking about on ESPN. They like, yo, this is the beginning of a horrible time in college sports because now the players somewhat have the power, especially when it comes to the top ranked players and shit. But college football and head and control this monopoly forever.
Yeah, and now they got a problem with it the first year in.
So first year in the end, only a few players have really flexed their power, but they're like, yo, this is the beginning, and they're forecasting college sports, football especially, to go down due to this, because now the players is going to be like, yeah, I'm going to whoever who going to pay me. I'm going to whoever program is set up with the best, whatever. Like they going
boo-hoo. Boo-hoo.
Yeah, they going right, exactly.
Still are billionaires. Your alumni are still, hey coach, they're still fucking walking up to you and while you're grocery shopping, like, hey coach, we're gonna win this year. Like, you know, I might have to resent my money. I'm assuming because they're all Southern and they're all racist. That a lot of them are upset about it because, of course, you know, well, my boy don't even play and he ain't getting paid. My boy never. Well, yeah, because your boy sucks and he's 5'2" and he's the 38th wide receiver on the team. Like, so listen, you're gonna get your money. They're fine. These college teams are fine. Like they're the big programs.
Fine, bro.
They're fine. They're fine.
Look,
I love this.
Of course they're fine, but they are afraid. They are afraid because they feel a mutiny is about to happen, that the players are going to take the power. Imagine if this was last year, you know, with players like Trevor Lawrence, or go back even further when Cam was in college and the players had this power. How would the landscape of college football look?
Well, so I will say that there's a little bit of difference there, right? So, yes, this guy's holding these teams hostage, you know, holding college football hostage and be like, yo, you got to pay me. And like you said, what does that change about, you know, like what was this, what about in the past? And what's it going to be going for the future going forward? Right. You think these players were getting fucking paid this whole fucking time? Like illegally? I mean, like,
of course.
It is, right? Like, but it was always like a, all right, boy. Well, Cam, I love you, and you know, I think you'd be really good fit for Auburn. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the keys here to this here car, and I'm gonna go ahead and take an Uber home. Like, yeah, Cam got to go to Auburn.
But I'm saying, but back then though, Cam mama,
keys to this car.
Back then, Cam mama, his sister, his brother, all would have had a house. At that shit would have going on then. They'd be like, fuck the car. They would have been.
I'm just using that as like a small example. It's like, no, it's not gonna fucking do anything. Now these colleges are gonna be like, you know, all of them. You don't think for 1 second all the Alabama alumni are not rushing to Alabama right now, being like, hey, find the next fucking, you know, Tom Brady and fucking buy him because we need him. Like, I don't want to lose another championship again. Of course, it's gonna happen. It's just gonna be what it should be, just like free agency, just like all these like. It's part of the recruiting process. Like, just give him a little bit of cash. You'll be okay. Buy him something.
You got Peyton Nephew coming soon. He's one of the.
He gonna get that bread.
He's one of the top.
What's his name? His name Archie.
Archie, yeah.
One of the young top breeds coming out.
I think he goes by Arch, but
so
top. What? What'd you say? Breeze.
Breeds, B-R-E-E-D.
Oh, I was like, them Breeze boys is not old enough yet.
No, they young, but they gonna be there soon. They gonna get them a couple of years. They gonna go that way too.
Let me see how old they are. Actually, I think.
I think Georgia might have a dynasty.
I think they're like 12 or 13.
I think Georgia might have a dynasty.
Oh wow!
Little boy Arch wearing that Georgia hat.
Yeah, because they paid him. He got that check. He got that check.
To be fair, I don't know how long ago that was. And it could have been just because he was there. Right. Holy shit, he's going to Georgia. He fully committed.
Is he? He committed?
No,
I was about to say, wow. That's crazy. But because you know he about to get the bag coming in. But yeah, so congratulations.
He's 17.
Congratulations to Georgia. But before we move on for BCS, real quick, this is off the cuff, real quick. Kev, you can go first. Kick us off. College quarterbacks. Give us your Mount Rushmore college quarterbacks. Go.
Tebow. Vince.
Young.
Huh?
Yeah,
Vince Young.
Yeah, you said Vince Young.
Yeah.
What's the other boy's name? That Vince and them had that rivalry with, and Vince
They in that championship game. It was like
Matt Leinart.
Matt Leinart.
Oh yeah.
No,
I'm trying to think because I don't watch college ball like that. I would definitely say Peyton because I heard Peyton had like a crazy college career, right?
Right. So you said Peyton, Vince. You said
Tebow's number one.
Tebow.
Yeah, Tebow's definitely number one.
Okay, Tebow's and one more. No Cam.
Yeah, we could go Cam. I'll go Cam.
Cam. I mean, Ed, give me your college QB.
My guy, offensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys, Kellen Moore. That was my guy from the top. Lefty, slinging it through like fucking 58 touchdowns a fucking season for the last 3 years. Well, his whole career over there. I guess you got to put Tebow, obviously, duh. I'm trying to think of like other quarterbacks that were like, there's like a Colt McCoy that was good in college, like, but it wasn't good in the NFL. Again, he was awesome. Yeah, Johnny Manziel in college.
Money Manziel was my nigga.
Fucking Jamarcus Russell was another good one.
Yeah.
I'm watching college like that.
Even that trash ass nigga in the Browns was good. What's his name?
Baker was good in college. RG3 was good in college.
Jimmy Clausen.
Jimmy was supposed to be the next savior of football.
Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford.
Andrew Luck, Marcus Mariota. Like, it's like all like the suck for guys.
Yeah, word. But Ed, give me your four.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Kellen Moore.
You said Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore is my one. Tebow's my two.
Okay.
I guess you could put Cam in there because the guy basically never lost. And also he
1, 2, 3, 4.
He did it all by himself too, right? Because like you look at like his team, none of them are pros, which is pretty fucking wild. Like his entire team, he did it basically all by himself. And then I guess fucking no, Vince Young was really good too, but I don't want to have the same as Kev, so I'll do Andrew Luck just to fucking, Sam Bradford. I like Sam Bradford more than Andrew Luck.
Okay, John, give me your football Mount Rushmore.
I'm gonna take Peyton.
I'm
gonna put Cam. I'm gonna go Vince Young. And last but not least, for my Mount Rushmore, even though I think this is something you can play with, but for college, I'm gonna go Vic.
Mike Vick. VT over at Virginia Tech cooking. All right, Drew. Give me your best four.
I'm taking Vince Young overall. That's my number one.
Right.
I'm gonna take Tebow. I'm gonna take Cam, and I'm gonna take my fourth one is always the hardest.
Matt Lyon.
No, not Matt.
Matt Lyon was nice in college.
He was.
I mean,
yeah. USC was one of the best teams. That was the USC's era. USC was.
Yeah, word.
All right, give me Matt Lyon.
Okay.
Give me him.
Yeah. All right. So I got Tim Tebow. Also, Vince Young will be my one if you have a one on the Mount Rushmore. I have Money Manziel, and I got RG3.
Oh yeah, he was very good.
Yeah, RG3 was very good.
Robert Griffin.
Speaking of which, since we're on it and we're still kind of talking, y'all see fucking RG3 and fucking Andrew Luck.
You see Andrew Luck though? He looked scary.
Jesus
Christ. Old as shit.
Actually, I have a few. Hold on, I sent it. I think I sent it to the chat.
Look like he's in that cabin in the woods.
Yo, straight up, like he living by himself. Like he just hoping somebody come on his land so he can fuck something up.
He definitely is in the cabin in the woods. And the NFL had to call like the local town courthouse.
Yeah.
or the like sheriff department, and then they had to go drive up the hill to the crib.
Right.
Hold on. Where is
he looked like he looked like he running a small coat and shit. Like he got a coat of people just in there. What
looked like Nigel Thornberry. Yep. Andrew Luck's mustache has a higher QBR than Carson Wentz.
That's true.
Andrew Luck looks like Christian Bale playing Andrew Luck in a movie. I thought that was funniest. Andrew looks like a guy who grabs a fistful of Andy's chocolates on the way out of Olive Garden and says, "Well, don't mind if I do," and then laughs. Andrew Luck looks like somebody thriving on the YouTube channel showcasing his Rube Goldberg machines. Andrew looks like a homeless guy that was given a blazer right before he did the Channel 7 news. Andrew Luck, another one of my favorites, obviously for the beer side of it. Andrew looks like an owner of a microbrewery that suggests a stout over an IPA that's more full-bodied and is more full on the palate. Andrew Luck looks like the kind of guy that says, you better watch yourself, pal, when he's mad. He looks bad.
He looked like he'd fuck somebody up. I'll say that much. But yeah, RG still look good though. RG's working. He's been, sportscasting for college football. So RG, he's put together. He's working. He's currently working. I don't know what Luck is doing.
Snowboarding, probably.
Fishing and
doing white people shit.
Fishing and murdering people. Other than that, I can't say what else he's doing. But good to see Luck. I wish he was in fucking with the Colts. Probably wouldn't have the situation that we currently have. But we'll get to that later. I got one last thing before we get into the NFL. It's been announced that Alex Rodriguez, you guys, is former Yankees player. He will now be hosting his own version of the Manning cast
with Michael Kay.
Okay.
So he's the Sia guy. If you're not, there it goes. Sia, that guy.
Yeah.
Got you. So he will be hosting his own version of the Manning cast. Do we like this?
No.
Baseball.
They're not gonna hit like the Mannings.
I'm just saying. Well, here's the problem. It's Alex Rodriguez.
They needed David Ortiz to do this.
That's what I'm saying. David Ortiz is busy though. David's like he's got a podcast with fucking Barstool.
But imagine David Ortiz doing that for the games though. That should be hilarious.
Totally, it would be great. But that this is the problem. Like when the Yankees are on national TV, it's like obviously like there's a little bit of bias with Alex Rodriguez like calling the game and Joe Buck calling the game too because he's like kind of like a quasi Yankee fan or whatever. So now you're just putting two guys, one guy that like literally grew up in the Bronx, actually two guys that grew up in the Bronx loving the New York Yankees, and then one of them playing for the New York Yankees, and then one of them being the fucking face of the New York Yankees, like the announcer of the New York Yankees.
So basically it's just
gonna be super fucking biased, and who are they gonna have on? Like, like the Mannings brought on fucking,
everybody.
They brought in everybody, right? Fucking Matt Damon. Who the fuck are these guys gonna bring on? Adam Sandler and fucking Tino Martinez? Like, what the fuck? Like, I love those guys, but like, that's not gonna be like. It's gonna be like, oh, cool. Like, I'm just watching like a simulcast of like the Yankees. And also, I know this is what sucks about like a cool idea. Like the Manning cast was clearly a fun, cool, different, interesting thing. And now Sunday Night Baseball is going to be like, well, yeah, we're going to do that too. And then like, that Friday Night Basketball is going to be like, well, yeah, why not? Let's get fucking Dennis Rodman and fucking, well, that would be awesome. Let's get Dennis Rodman. Who would be the best? All right, cool. Who would be the best Manning cast in the NBA?
I walked in and this nigga said Dennis Rodman hosted basketball.
Yeah. So
I mean, they already got it with Shaq. They already got it.
No, but it's not a simulcast.
Right.
It's not Dennis Rodman and Shaq would be fucking hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie, the NBA will definitely win. They could just take the inside NBA crew and just use them.
Well, then just use them. Yeah.
All I'm saying is, like I heard you, Ed, you talking about, the Manning cast. They had everybody on this motherfucker. They got Snoop, because not to shit on baseball, culturally, football and basketball is cool. Baseball, although it's America's pastime, it's still a boring fucking sport.
It's just regional. It's just regional.
So it's America's sport. But I'm saying, like, for them to have the appeal that the Manning cast,
the white guys can play.
But again, it's this America's favorite pastime shit. So I'm saying, like, the fun about Manning cast is already Eli and Peyton, who's already funny as fuck because they slow. Yeah. But so that's what I'm saying. So that dynamic is funny as hell. Even if they don't have nobody on there, it's funny just having them two. But and then
they also bite off of their idea.
But I'm saying like
random people like Snoop and shit.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it don't even look right having Snoop simulcast baseball game. And
I can hold you. I think he'll still make that shit fire.
Snoop, of course. I'm saying Snoop is Snoop, but I'm saying culturally, football and basketball are great sports. We love, like, it's for the culture. Baseball is still like that prude uncle who lived up the street and shit that be calling police on people and shit when you too close to his gate. Like,
and I think Alex Rodriguez is I think he's a decent person. Like, obviously, like he had a dark little history there with the steroid allegation. And like, again, like everybody was doing it, why he was criticized, why it was like a witch trial. I understand where he got defensive, and I understand where you're like putting other people, but like, dude, and like I like him a lot as a person. I think like as a person, he's good. The way he he's been great with his commentary when he does Sunday Night Baseball as it is. He's a great baseball player. His knowledge of the game is unbelievable, but that guy's got to be so fucking boring. I feel like he's just like a corny dude.
But that's what I'm saying. Baseball don't have the
hard to be funny, but he's not really that funny. But when he's organically funny, it's kind of funny. But like, I feel like he tries to push out too many jokes. Same thing with Michael K. I used to listen to Michael K's.
I never heard Alex say anything funny ever.
No, but I'm saying like when he does it, like it's gonna be very like when
Alex
Eli
Rodriguez
do that.
When
Eli and Peyton do it, because like they're caught off guard a little, right? Where like like when Marshawn Lynch is going, oh fuck, oh shit, and Eli's too to realize that he's doing the double middle fingers. Fucking Alex is just gonna like be corny, like be Alex Rodriguez. Like he's kind of a dork. Like I like him,
right?
But he's
that's what I said. But that's why
chemistry's definitely gonna be different. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I gave the example of David Ortiz because you have to get somebody who's a personality in the sport and also good.
David Ortiz and A-Rod work together on as it is, and they're electric together. It's hilarious. It's Boston versus New York. It's so funny. And A-Rod gets in his feelings, and David Ortiz with his broken English talking his shit.
Right. So I don't see it with A-Rod leading.
They should put A-Rod in there with my guy Manny Ramirez.
Or Pedro Martinez and Joe Girardi. That'd be.
But I'm saying even them though, they not known to be like big personalities. David Ortiz to me,
it would just be hilarious.
It's just like a big personality when you think of like baseball. That's why Peyton worked, because even though Eli wasn't a big personality, Peyton is, and now we're seeing the personality of Eli and shit. So it's like it works because Peyton has always been a personality. NBA is full of personalities. Baseball don't have many. David Ortiz to me is the one I could think of in regards to big personalities. That was a great player, and then he could dissect the game. Although all he do is fucking hit, but it's like David Ortiz. Everybody loved David Ortiz. Everybody loved Big Papi, so he's the perfect person to do it. A-Rod, although we love A-Rod, the personality wise.
And J-Lo left him.
It ain't there. Unless it's an episode where they had J-Lo pop up and he don't know and he's caught off guard on cam. I don't think it'll be funny.
J-Lo and Ben together and shit. Like,
how bad was he in a relationship that she went? Because J-Lo always goes back one, and it's always her back one is always Mark Anthony, right? So it's like, she's with some dude, all right, back to Mark Anthony. All right, I'm gonna be with this dude. All right, back to Mark Anthony. I'm with Ben Affleck. Back to Mark Anthony. I'm with A-Rod now. She went, man, what's Ben doing? Let me call him up real quick. Like, that's crazy. You sent her all the way. She was like, she wrote off Spanish guys altogether. She was like, thanks a lot for fucking nothing. Fucking A-Rod, man.
But before we go to NFL talk, since we are a New York pod, sports gambling is finally legal.
Word.
Oh yeah,
New York.
Fire. You guys want any money? I was in town.
Have you bet anything yet?
I did one of those.
He lost a bet the other day.
To bet, because FanDuel gave out 100. DraftKings I think gave out 200, but I fucked up on the register. And Caesar's Palace app has been going crazy, but they gave out $300 betting credit. So you could, like, once you fresh sign up and you put the code in, they'll put that in your account as money. If you win, you change it. But FanDuel had like some easy ass prop bet. It was like Bills and Jets have to score 3 points combined.
Right.
And the max bet was $50. So
you did that.
That was the only bet I won. It was an easy ass prop. But other than that, my success in gambling has been, I would say, a bad weekend for me.
I just wish
that I was weekends at betting. Hopefully, I can get my money from you guys, and then I'll put that towards FanDuel.
I told Troy dumbass to bet on Austin Eckler scoring 2 touchdowns. He ain't take the bet, and he lost out on what, like $200 or something, John?
Sure.
fucking stupid, yeah.
I'm just mad I wasn't. If I was in New York, this is what I would have bet. I'm telling you right now, and I'm not saying this just because I saw fucking tickets of people winning all this money after. I said this on this podcast, on this When You Hear This.
Yo, I was about to say that, yo, if you would have betted on that, bro, you would have hit.
That means that I would have went, okay, I'm going to go Jaguars money line, and then I'm going to root for a tie at the end of regulation against the Chargers-Raiders game because I wanted those teams out, or I wanted the Chargers out. I wanted the Steelers, and I would have, for fun, I would have fucking put Steelers money line. So it would have been a three-way fucking parlay. I don't want to talk about how much money I would. I don't want to talk about how much money I made. But if you've seen that ticket, there were dudes that only put $5 down, and they were
okay.
What? We'll say with the bet
25. 25.
Yeah, with the betting, that's all you got to do. Like the higher the plus when you plug your ticket in, is the better the amount. You rather it have plus.
And the chance, the chances of it happening was never going to happen. And
right. Yeah,
I was not in town to make that.
Just know since it's here and you can do it mobilely.
Oh yeah, I will. I will.
Crazy. Do not go crazy.
Yeah, gamble responsibly. If you have a problem,
it's very accessible.
Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Man, shit, I had to delete the. I used to have the blackjack app where you can play for money and shit. And
did you cut the crust off that bread?
No.
Just bread.
It's just bread. You're just eating bread.
It's hard bread.
That's that Jamaican bread.
They just said Jamaican bread. This shit good. This shit good though.
I thought my man just got up and went and got a fucking slice of Wonder Bread and he's just sitting there.
Nah. Better than Wonder. Don't. Way better.
That's a different type of bread. That's a different level of bread right there. So
way better than Wonder Bread.
You need some water to drink with that shit, though, Drew.
They look like you about to choke.
You need something look a little dry.
Come on.
Hey.
Yo.
It wasn't an AO moment.
I mean, the way you making love to that fucking bread, it looks like it. Take another bite. Go ahead.
Stupid.
Take another bite.
And he did it too.
Yo, stop it, bro.
Your bet. We were talking about your bet.
Oh no, I was saying I had to delete the blackjack app because you should have to play for you had to put $20 minimum on that shit. And one day I was cooking. I think I went up like 240. And Sabrina told me to stop, but I don't listen.
Nah, yeah, quit while you're ahead, man. Always.
And then I think I lost like 500 like a night and shit. Right, all on my phone and shit.
Damn.
So, all right, Lola, I just got a text message. It's sports related. So supposedly Kodak Black. I don't know how true this is, but
I'll play for the Bucks.
Yo, Kodak Black was it was at a hockey game. He was celebrated. They put him on the screen, like the Jumbotron.
Yep.
And apparently, he got caught. He was videotaped having sex in a luxury box next to the team's front office.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Wow.
That's dope.
That's dope.
That's a lot of
it. All right, let's get into the NFL.
Okay, I think before we cover the games, because we're going to be talking about the games and the teams and the players and the coaching, we should talk about Black Monday that was yesterday, and for some fans, Black Tuesday. Sorry, Kevin and Johnny. But the Chicago Bears obviously fired Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace. Yep. Vic Fangio is gone from Denver. Also, the offensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers was fired. We all know that Jacksonville lost their coach. New York Giants, even though they said they were going to keep him after Dave Gettleman retires, Joe Judge is fired only after winning 4 games in 2 seasons. Ouch. Put the picture of the boat. Giants have had. They still haven't had a winning season since that picture. Just put that there. A picture of the boat.
Oh, the boat with everybody with their shirt off.
The boat.
And shit.
Yeah, awesome. Also,
Vikings. Coach Zimmer is gone.
Coach Zimmer is gone as well.
And they talking about moving him to possibly their GM though, even though I feel like that's dumb. But
and obviously, the biggest shock of the day was Brian Flores was also fired from the Miami Dolphins after starting off the season 0-7 and then going on to the season 7-0, going on a 7-game win streak, and then beating the Patriots in their last game. So it came to a shock as everyone. So obviously, we can probably assume that he's got the, he's probably going to be everyone's number one candidate. So shame on the Dolphins for doing that. Who knows who they'll hire internally. That being said,
I like Brian Flores, man.
I like him, man. I like him. I don't understand what happened.
Listen, if the Giants don't get my guy Jim, I wouldn't mind Brian being the new head coach of the football.
So,
me and John was having this argument in the group, and I told you, Jim ain't coming to the Giants. It's not an attractive spot to come to.
I think he'd go to the Bears.
Now again, that's what I said.
I think he'd go to the Bears. The team before.
I told, because John was like, we was talking about the Niners versus the Giants. I'm like, although, because he was talking about Alex Smith was, said to be a bust and all this good shit. Look at the record prior to him coming there. But I said in the group, look at the fucking team prior to him coming in. They had Frank Gore. They had Alex Smith. They had Michael.
They had Patrick Willis. They had
Patrick Willis.
They had
Justice Smith on the line. They had a good.
Alden Smith was there too.
They just lack leadership.
I think Alden got there after.
No, he wasn't there.
Alden came after.
Before he came. I think
Jeff sent the picture of the roster.
I think he came the year that Jim came there, or the year after. But I'm saying the team was attractive. There were great pieces there. They just needed a good coach. Mm-hmm. The Giants, unfortunately, is in that rebuild stage.
Mm-hmm. And they've been in denial for the last 5 years.
Where a coach like Jim wouldn't want to come here because that's not immediate, a few fix.
Maybe he feels like switching it up and he wants a challenge.
He's gonna go where he can pick his GM, and unfortunately for you guys, ever since fucking Mara Jr. fucking took over, he's been plummeting your team, and that's been the biggest gripe. And he wants to fucking go back to the old Giants way, but he's in his own fucking head. Welcome to having a terrible owner. I have a terrible owner.
If he wants a challenge, Kev,
and Jim's gonna want his own GM. He's gonna want his own, he's gonna want it his way. And you know where he can do that? Chicago.
And that's what I said. Chicago is set up with a good defense. Mm-hmm. They got the defensive stars there. He got a young, talented offense that he could build with, and then he could do whatever the fuck he wants there because there's nobody there now. Like, he go in there and bring in all his pieces. Chicago is the perfect spot for him. Brian Flores probably would be better in New York. New York boy, New York raised, back home.
Yep.
Bringing some defense. Giants got a defense already, semi-good defense. He brings back that defense that he created, a special team that he created in Miami. Boom, we go from there. But Johnny just hell bent, and I know it's wishful thinking.
It's Jim.
I'm just saying.
That's why I wanted him to.
No, I just said that's my number one option. I have no idea what route. Because remember, the Giants got to get a GM as well. So who knows what route they take.
And then a list of potential coaches since we brought up Jim Harbaugh. He's not officially on the card for anyone yet.
Right.
So that's yet. It's only Tuesday. But obviously Eric Bieniemy's name is getting thrown around again. Offensive coordinator for the Chiefs. Brian Callahan, Bengals offensive coordinator. Jonathan Gannon, Eagles defensive coordinator. There's also been talks of what's his name, Doug Peterson to be coming back out there, former coach of the Eagles. Aaron Glenn, Lions defensive coordinator. Nathaniel Hackett, the new offensive coordinator for the Packers. Jared Mayo, remember him? Patriots inside linebacker coach. Kellen Moore, obviously my guy Kellen Moore could be a head coach one day. Kevin O'Donnell, Rams offensive coordinator. Dan Quinn, defensive coordinator of the Cowboys, formerly of
Falcons.
Falcons head coach. Todd Bowles' name's getting thrown out there these days.
Brian
Leftwich was next as well. Jim Caldwell.
Why is it Jim Jerellz?
You know what name ain't thrown out there yet until their season is over?
Who?
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin, I don't know. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Mike Tomlin ain't going nowhere.
Mike Tomlin ain't going
over
nowhere.
there. Why the fuck would you leave? I'm just trying to make sure there's no other big names.
Gotta win the season.
Kellen Moore. Mike McDaniel, San Francisco 49ers offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So those are the big names. So be on the lookout for.
You said Josh McDaniels also, Ed?
Josh McDaniels is not going anywhere. No, I said Mike McDaniel, the offensive coordinator of the Niners. He's not going anywhere. He's taking Bill's job when Bill's gone. And then the only GM spots that are opening up, you got a former director of the 49ers personnel, Ryan Carton, Titans vice president Ryan Cowden, Quentin Harris, Cardinals vice president, Monty Osenfort, Titans director of player personnel, Adam Peters, assistant general manager to the Niners, Ryan Poles, chief executive director of player personnel of the Chiefs, Joe Shonin, Bills general manager, assistant GM, I apologize, and Adrian Wilson, Cardinals vice president. So yeah, these are all because the GM is, to me, the GM is just as important as the coach is. If they're not on the same page, like if you're not hired by, like again, that's when it goes back to that Jim Harbaugh shit. It's like if you hire Jim Harbaugh, you know that like you're hiring like a big personality who's gonna want his guys around him the whole time. He's not gonna want, he's not gonna want the Giants to hire a GM and then be like, oh, hey, by the way, too, we're also going to hire Jim Harbaugh. He's going to be like, well, they're going to hate each other. They're not going to be on the same page. They're both going to set each other up to fail. Like, and that's just going to be the end of it. When you hire Jim, you better hope that like you're hiring like, again, one of these San Francisco 49ers former executives to go there too. Like, because that's a guy that he has a relationship with, someone that he can get along with. And, that's one of his guys.
Yep, that's what's going to happen.
I hope it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It won't happen. You end up with Brian Flores. You want the white guy over the black guy? Damn, Kev. I see. Just like you like them white bunnies over them black females. Some powerful, beautiful black women.
Okay.
Care about is them whites.
Okay.
Don't look shocked.
Don't look startled.
Look, before we get into the recap of Week 18 and the playoff picture for the wild card, I do want to discuss a question that I saw on Twitter in regards to how do we look at these current regular season records being broken due to the additional week. You see, Devontae Adams just broke the Packers regular season receiving record. You see, TJ Watt tied
Strahan's record.
Ty Strahan's record. You have.
Can I talk about this Strahan record, by the way? Brett Favre laid down for that last sack, so fuck off.
Whoa. What the fuck is that shit about? Relax.
Literally said, I'm going to lay down when I see you coming towards me so you can get that record. And look back. Go back.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
So anyway.
TJ also didn't even play. He only played 14 games this year. So he played less. He tied the record and played less.
Okay, so
that's part of it too. Devontae also played less.
So
in 3 games.
So moving forward,
okay,
as we look at these regular season records being broken because of an additional week, do they carry the same weight? That's the question that's being asked.
Yes.
On social
media.
I'm
going to say yes. I'm going to say 100% yes.
No.
The guys that you used as examples didn't play the full season. And they still
I'm just giving the recent records.
But I'm saying
but I can't remember what happened to Strahan.
And I'm sure there's
games he played.
And look back versus snaps played, and these guys are bigger, stronger, bigger, faster. One extra game is not going to help. And usually teams that are good are not going to be like even playing the full game. Devontae did that with, again, missed 3 games and didn't even play that full 4th game. So if you really want to talk about it, he did in less games than the previous guy that held the record before him. TJ Watt only played 4. I don't know who it was either, but TJ Watt only played 14 out of the 18 games. Mm-hmm. So my problem is that every team has a bye week, so nobody's ever played a full 17 anyway. They've only been playing 15 or 16, right? Without injuries or whatever. So it's basically the same. It's just that now there's just a little bit more time to do it. There could be like one other chance to do it in that final game, but even then, like, so It holds the same weight. Like
so
these guys.
I think it doesn't hold the same weight if the players have to, use the extra game to break the record. But I agree. If you're playing less than whatever amount of games like TJ did and Devontae did this year, then yeah, it holds weight. Like the asterisk doesn't have to be there. But otherwise, there's gonna be cases where we see somebody break like Strahan's record eventually because niggas are knocking on the door. But if they do it and they played all 17 of the games, which used to be 16, and they needed that last game to get it, then yeah.
And also that gives them room to extend the record as well. So even if they say they break about one, it still gives them time to break it or set it higher than a normal player would. Like players of that genre, that generation, they didn't have as much play time or the ability to play as many games as players today. So it's kind of like this is how people are looking at it.
In my day, it seems very back in my day because it's like also before the game, the NFL season was 18 weeks. Before it was 17 weeks, it was probably only 14 weeks, and before that, it was probably only 10 weeks. So it's like. So then every record in the history of every sport, I hate that shit. It's that like fucking, like we're old, like we're not old men, we're 30.
Yeah.
Like, like we're in our 30s. Like we did get to see the great Randy Moss play. Like, you know what I mean? Like we did get to see these guys that brought, and Terrell Owens and fucking Jerry Rice. We did, again, the end of their careers for the most part, like those big names. But it's like they're gonna fucking respect the fact that their records were broken because when they broke somebody else's record, they were getting the same fucking shit. Well, it's a different league now, and black guys can play now, so that's not fair. Like, you know what I mean? It's like we just keep moving the goalposts, and you can't do that anymore. It's like none of this get off my lawn bullshit. It's like no, it does not. It should not affect.
Again, at some point, they moved the goalposts.
When you do need the,
I feel you. Literally, they moved the goalposts at some point.
That's why it's a phrase. And again, the field was smaller too. So those old dudes is like, well, if I had all that, if I could run that many yards, I would have. It's like, listen, records are going to be
all that extra space.
But like what you're to your point though, Kev, like if like you need one more catch or like 5 more yards, and that extra game is going to be the reason why you break it, and that's a little kind of like, all right, come on, like did you really win it? Like did you?
I might be a little late, but yeah, what the fuck is going on with your eye, bro?
Oh, so the snorkel fucked me up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You got beat up in Cancun, lying and shit, and consummate all this shit.
Mm-hmm. I just noticed it this morning too, dude. I was like, what the fuck is on me?
Sure.
And I didn't figure it out until Alyssa said it.
Sure, you did. All right, let's get
short Mexican are.
They held this nigga for ransom and had Liz go empty their bank account to pay.
They told get that beaner with that gringo girl, get them and lock their ass up. But we're gonna get into week 18, man. Playoff pictures is set. A lot of niggas went home. Upset week, unfortunately for a few. Ed, I don't want to go through every game, but take us through the
No, we'll talk through the only important ones, really, right?
The games that matter.
Playoff implications, one that affected playoff seeding. And I'll just like briefly talk about some highlight moments, maybe. Just going through the games right now. Obviously, we're gonna finish with the big one, what was supposed to be the Neil Bowl, the tie game.
Right.
That wasn't. Let's start with what game actually had
implications. So hold on, before you get into that, here's the scores. If you missed it, right here, here's the scores from week 18. All right, Ed, you got the.
All right, starting us off with Drew's game, Steelers Ravens. So Steelers needed to win this game. And then screen watch. So the screen watch that they needed to watch was the game that we're going to talk about later. That would be the Chargers and the Raiders. So as long as that game didn't end in the tie, the Steelers were going to successfully stay in. Final score 16-13. Big Ben's not going anywhere. This is his retirement tour. Drew, what happened, man?
They messed up too many 3 and longs, like especially in the fourth quarter and of overtime. Like it was too many like 3rd and longs that they did not fucking stop them on. Like you can stop them I want to know, like, because
why didn't Lamar play? I thought he was cleared.
Nah, he was still gimpy. He was still gimpy. So I get it. I get it. Because we do. Tyler Huntley is culpable. Like he ain't go to like
Tyler Huntley's about to get paid.
He's a game manager, bro.
I think he's get paid though. I think somebody's gonna pay him.
He's a game manager. He's good enough to win he's good enough to win a game. He ain't gonna take you out there. So I get it. Lamar is a little gimpy. Give him another week. We feel like we can win it with Tyler Huntley. Give him another week to wait to rest up for the playoffs. I get it. But just like I said, it was those 3 and longs that they fucking could not stop Pittsburgh Steelers, like especially in the 4th and overtime. Like it just, and that's what totally fucked it up. And plus, it was just a bad game all around, to be honest. I'm
sorry, man. So the one thing I do want to talk about,
the Bengals and Steelers is going to lose first round. That's
fucking rude.
Bengals and Steelers going to lose third round.
Super rude. Hey, all right, well, Drew, now that the season is over, hopefully all your players get healthy. Your, JKW. You got to remember that a lot of these were hurt before the season even started. What's your optimistic look on the season next year? What the future of the Ravens, I should say?
No, because injuries was definitely a big part of it. Like if we get a full team, and trust me, we all know football. It's
who's the Ravens receivers?
Ravens receivers, we got Sammy Watkins, Marquise Brown.
Sammy's old. I know we got Hollywood, but who else they got?
Sammy Watkins is on the other side, bro. Like I know.
No, I'm just speaking on the
and Mark Andrews.
We talking about the future. I know Mark Andrews is official. I'm talking about the future of that one of the things that stand out to me is the lack of receivers. Again, Sammy Watkins is old on a lot of side of his career. Hollywood is good when he is playing. They need to.
The kid Rashad Bateman is not bad. I'm looking up their roster right now. That kid Rashad Bateman is not bad. He's young. He's a rookie. He'll figure it out. Devin Duvernay. I don't know any of these dudes, so I won't even talk. And that guy
Devin Duvernay. They're using more on Devin Duvernay. They use him more on kick returns, punt returns. Special teams.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, you got a lot of old guys on the offensive line too. You got Lamar though. That's good.
I mean, next year. As long as they got Lamar.
I mean, if Lamar was playing, we would definitely win that game.
Let's go back though. Let's go back.
But
I got to go back and look on episodes. I said that the Bengals were going to shit on people this year in that division, and Drew told me to suck cock or eat something, and I told him that
I did not say that shit.
He didn't say suck cock. He told me I was smoking rocks or something. I said the Bengals were going to surprise these.
All right, play it back.
I gotta go find an episode. I said the Ravens going to be the worst in the division, and I was probably wrong in that sense.
You were definitely capturing the worst.
But it's close. It's close.
AFC.
Nigga, not by a lot. Yo.
I said they were gonna be. That's what I said. I said they were gonna be worse.
The worst in the division. Period. Point blank. Period. Tiebreakers.
Not the worst in the division.
Yes, they were. They were 8-9, tied with the Browns. But the Browns had a better
tied for last.
They're tied for last. Holy shit! The Ravens lost 6 straight.
Yeah, no, it was.
Oh my god, that would suck to be a Ravens fan. All right, next game that applied.
You are such a dog with your bullshit.
I said it.
What are you gonna say?
With your bullshit Bengals
fan prediction that Ravens are gonna be one of the worst team in their division, and
they were. They lost 6 straight. All right, next game that had playoff implications. Could have been the upset of the year, not even the week. We're talking Jaguars. We're talking Colts. Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz. He didn't fool you all. He fooled most of the
How did he?
I was on. Because John has been like Carson Wentz is gonna do Carson Wentz. I was big on the Colts might surprise. Me and Kev were both like Colts might surprise some people going into this playoff. John was saying Carson Wentz gonna do Carson Wentz, and sure enough,
Carson
Wentz. They left their script.
Yeah, I don't think this game was 26-11. But yeah, go ahead, Kev.
No, they left their script. They abandoned their script. Jonathan Taylor only had I think he had under 20 touches or some shit in the game.
Yeah, 15 attempts for 77 yards.
That's not enough touches.
That is nasty.
No, it's not enough touches, and they didn't scheme to get him the ball either, like in the passing game. It was It was a sloppy game.
Yeah, they didn't get their touchdown
until the final score in that game again.
Final score was 11-26.
Yeah, the game probably just, when you start losing it by a certain amount, you abandon the run game. You're trying to move up the field.
That nigga threw like 5 picks, didn't he? He had like 5 picks in that game. Carson Wentz.
I believe one of them went back for 6. No, did it not?
Yeah, like a 79-yard return or some shit.
Carson
had 1 pick. That is dramatic, bro.
Man, I kept seeing breaking news. Carson Wentz did something. It was like
because the pick six.
Trevor threw two interceptions. Okay. But he did have some sexy, fucking beautiful pass in the back of the end zone. I don't know if you saw that where the ball fumbled out. And he kind of like, oh shit, but luckily he's tall enough. He dropped back like fucking 20 fucking yards, and then threw one off balance. And Marvin Jones was, he was just like, fuck it, Marvin Jones has got to be there. Someone's got to be there, and he caught it, got both feet down, and that's basically was the dagger for.
They just got trapped and stuck in a situation where they had to rely on Wentz's arm.
Yeah,
and that's what it was. That's all she wrote. Murder.
And they had the best opportunity. Good run game, good offensive line, good defense.
And that's why a lot of people were picking them as like one of those dark horses because they have what it takes to win in the playoffs. Solid O-line, solid defense, and a running back that will run over everybody. And then when it comes to game management, that's all you need. But
Wentz ain't a game management type quarterback. Maybe if he adjusts to that, they'll have a chance. But he's not he's not gonna play a game management style. He's more, a few years ago he was MVP talks. He was in MVP talks. He tore his ACL.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that definitely sucked for him that year, but any year after that, bro,
he won the Super Bowl. But it's been downhill ever since. He just has to make that one. I think if he makes that adjustment, they have a good shot. But who knows if he makes that adjustment?
Okay, like I said, I didn't want to talk about all the games, but I do want to recap everybody's season and how they feel. So, Dev, you're up next. Final score of this game, 31-17. No playoff implications. Vikings finish off 8-9. Bears finish 6-11. With the firing of Mike Zimmer. Dev, what's the future of your team, man? What are you guys going to do? What are you planning?
The present right now, we definitely underachieved. They put the defense together this year. We dealt with a lot of injuries early. I don't care what nobody say. Captain Kirk had a good season. But and again, dealing with injuries on and off with Dalvin. I don't know what they're going to do in regards to we need to replace because again they got rid of Zimmer. They got rid of the GM. They're talking about possibly moving Zimmer to GM, bringing him back as a GM. I don't really see it. Although I like Zimmer as a coach, but I just don't know. I will hope to see Jim come to Minnesota. I think
everybody wants our ball
again. Like
you looking for a layover
again
before he come here.
No, I'm just saying.
He's not. Hey, currently he is not out there.
If he's not, if we can't get Jim, then I would rather us go for Brian. Because again, like Chicago. Other than the sexy young quarterback, we do have a offense with weapons, and we have a solid defense on paper. That defense didn't live up to my expectation or the NFL expectation. They were highly ranked coming into the season. Everybody thought they would be better than what they were. They had 14 games that came down to one TD possessions. They lost 8 of those. They lost
eight
of those games. And most of the games they fucking lost, it was like by field goals because they go up and then second half, they give people life. Yeah, so we saw that a lot this year with the Vikings. So hopefully the defense learned from all the mistakes that they made this season and we come back. I don't see us, depending on what Aaron do, I still see the Vikings taking the division. So we're going to figure it out.
All right. Next up, because we're going to save the best for last, obviously, I'm going to talk Jets Bills, obviously, final score 27-10. Not a great game for Zach, but what you've seen for him. And again, I'll just talk about what I think about the Jets' future. I loved everything I saw these last 5 weeks, more specifically these last 5 weeks. I knew it was going to be a tough season. I thought we would win about 5 to 6 games, but, turns out it was only 4. I think we have the right coach in place. I think that we have the right GM in place. We have the right quarterback in place. We have a good, young, solid team. I think we need to get him some receivers, and we needed a healthy offensive line. I mean, that unit was going in and out. Obviously, the mistakes that you saw defensively was mistakes made by a young team.
Y'all running back is official.
Michael Carter is awesome. Yeah. He's a stud. I can't. Unfortunately, I think that this is going to be the last of Denzel Mims this season. Obviously, could not. 2 years later, I think he's going to cook wherever he goes. I'm going to be rooting for him wherever he goes. I would like a healthy Corey Davis. I would love a healthy Elijah Moore, but get them another weapon there. Get them some another pass rusher. Hopefully Carl Lawson comes back. We lost him at the beginning of the season with the ACL, so hopefully he has something to prove next year. Look, we're looking good. Keelan Cole didn't look great until the last couple of weeks anyway, but he was our last option. If Keelan Cole's our best option at receiver, obviously you're not going to win a lot of football games. Hopefully they'll, move him, get some pieces back, but, we have a lot of picks this season. Thank you, Jamal Adams. Thank you for giving us that 10th pick because the Seahawks suck too. But yeah, I'm very, very optimistic for the season. And last up, Kev, you were at this game, were you not?
I was.
Oh, right. Final score 22-7. One thing I will say, I think the reason why Joe Judge was fired is because I don't know if you heard his quote of why they did this, but they did 2 quarterback sneaks when it was 2nd and 3rd and 9 because they were close to their own end zone. And
we were sitting at that end zone.
Yeah, and Joe Judge's response was, well, we gave up a safety last week, so we didn't want to give up a safety again.
What?
How you give up a safety?
Because they were to their own end zone.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
so they ran a quarterback sneak to get the extra 2 yards when it was 2nd and 9.
So
they don't give up a safety.
Okay, got you.
Because that's safer than just handing the ball up the middle or throwing a quick slant or
safer than interception,
anything,
pick six
or anything. So Kev, you first, then you, John. Future of the Giants.
John, realistically, John. Okay, Kev, you got it.
I'm gonna be like, we're gonna get Aaron Rodgers. Russell Wilson's gonna be his backup.
That's crazy talk. Don't worry.
Nah, realistically, I think Daniel Jones is not it, bro. Unless there's untapped potential there and the coach and GM that's coming in can let him open up the playbook and really just show us either his full potential or how bad he really is. Because I feel like they're trying to hide, like, especially even other teams, they're trying to hide, like, that these players aren't ready yet. But let the fans see that, and then we know going forward you guys are doing something. But we need the 2 picks. I know, John, you want lineman. I think that might be a waste, but I think we go lineman, and if we need to, get another skilled player.
No, we have. Well, we was.
What, aside from Kadarius Toney?
Yeah, but the skill players you guys have drafted, and again, I'm not trying to be a dick right now, but even though it does bring me a little joy, I'm not trying to be a dick right now. But the skill position players that you guys have drafted in recent history have not worked out. With your Odell Beckham Jr., your Saquon Barkley, your Sterling Shepard, your Evan Ingram, like those guys you took extremely high.
Ingram and Shep gotta go. Saquon, I don't know where we are with Saquon right now. I don't know. What's he say?
Drew. I'm telling Drew to wake up, nigga.
I am up.
Okay, so if I have to look at this camera, bro, and see you sleep,
I'm about to pin his ass
up right now. Son.
You're gonna be on the intro to this shit again, bro. Nah, but Saquon, I don't know if we should keep Saquon. Saquon's not gonna get the money that he wants. So
no shot.
Bro, we're looking at another fucking. I can't do this, bro. And then just the quality at backup, like for running back. I'm not gonna lie, we had a good backup this year, but a decent backup, I should say. But at quarterback, what the fuck are we doing? Seriously,
Dick Fromm, baby.
That guy y'all had last year though was getting me a bunch of fantasy points. And he went to.
Talking about Goldman.
Yeah, Goldman.
Goldman was the backup last year.
Yeah, he was
actually
decent
the starter because Saquon got injured in the second game of the season. Goldman was technically
towards the end of the season. He was getting me points on my fantasy team.
Goldman had a solid running season for the Giants last year
because he was part of the team that beat Kev.
Yeah, solid. You know.
All right, John, where's your head at?
Give Jim Harbaugh the motherfucking bank. And I was gonna say, but
John.
I mean, you clearly need a new quarterback.
Hold on. John, you looking like Honest Abe. I need you to be honest.
Yeah.
Looking like Honest Abe right now, so I need you to be honest with me.
Scores good. One score and 2 years ago, the Giants haven't been very good since that Super Bowl.
What do we do at QB, John? We need some competition in that locker room.
Listen, that's my point. That's why me and Dev had this debate. Throw the bacon Jim Harbaugh and let him do what he did for Alex, for Daniel Jones.
Oh, you want to keep Daniel. So you don't want to throw money at Russell Wilson anymore. You don't want to throw money at Rodgers anymore.
He thinks Jim is going to bring out the untapped potential that he brought out in Alex Smith.
I think Jim Harbaugh is the guy that could do it because Daniel Jones has the talent. Obviously, his game has flaws, but he has the talent. And if someone could, tap into it, I think something decently good could happen. I say throw it back at Jim. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. With QBs, you can't. You could wish you draft one.
I'm actually looking at myself in the mirror.
Oh, okay.
But
I conceded, bro.
But there's a chance that, say, we draft a quarterback in the first round. Say what happens turns out to be way worse than Jones. What I would say is though, we could take a QB in this draft that we like the middle round.
With our first 2 picks.
No, John's probably thinking like second round. You find a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, let's say second round, third round. You don't gotta get a first round quarterback. But my point is, we need linemen. We need protection.
Yeah.
Whatever quarterback we're gonna put behind that line is gonna die. So that quarterback is not gonna see his full potential. So that's why I want with those first 2 picks.
We need some mollies up front, bro.
I want an established coach and see where it goes. The Giants have the position players. We have position players. We got Galladay. We got Slayton. Tony look like if he can stay healthy, he's gonna be special.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we'll see. Only other one game before I talk about the game of the year. San Francisco 49ers, LA Rams. San Francisco solidifies their spot in the wild card game. In the wild card game and in the offs.
Rams don't want to see them boys.
What I say, I've been saying it forever. Fucking Sean McVay cannot beat Kyle Shanahan. He's in his fucking head. And if they ever match up again, I'm picking the 49ers always. So going forward, Niners over Rams, no matter what, as long as these 2 coaches are in play. Also, Deebo Samuel is a fucking monster. And that kid, Jawan Jennings or whatever the fuck, he had a fucking awesome game too. All right, game of the week.
Ayuk had a good game that week too.
Yeah, Ayuk had a good game as well. Jimmy figured it out. Only threw 1 touchdown, but figured it out. Debo threw 1 too. Okay.
Well, I can't wait till we get to the pick'ems because I want to see what Ed has to say.
About what?
It's a specific matchup.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Raiders Chargers. So obviously pre this game, we already set the scenario. These teams tie somehow. If it ends in a tie, if these teams like wink, wink, nudge, nudge at each other. Hey, what's up? You tie. Yeah, we both are in. And if the seeding would have went like this, if it would have played out that way, the Raiders would have been the 7th seed, which would match them up against the Chiefs, which would have been a divisional game. I don't know if we talked about that on air or off air. I can't remember if we said who would they rather play. So in my opinion, I think that it worked out better for the Raiders, so they don't have to play the Chiefs. And if it would have ended up in a tie, then the Chargers would have been playing the Bengals in Cincinnati. Now, this is the first week that sports gambling was illegal in New York. This was the week where a lot of these sportsbook apps were giving away lots of free money. There was a lot of people that bet a lot on these games. Some people made bank.
That's how they get you, man, giving away that free money.
Yeah. A lot of people made bank on it by saying that the Raiders Chargers game would end in the tie. It did not end up that way. It did at the end of regulation, so you did get that money. But then it goes on into overtime. And once they were in overtime, something happened where, and again, the game was electric, where it was back and forth. Raiders get out on top pretty early in the up until the second quarter, and then the Chargers came back, rallied back, and tied the game at the end of the second half. And then the Chargers got ahead in the fourth quarter. Raiders came back and tied it again to end it in regulation. Oh, no, sorry. The Chargers tied it at the end of regulation with an absolute fucking dart from Justin Herbert. If I'm a Chargers fan, don't be upset that you're not making the playoffs this year. You have something in Justin Herbert. He's going to be great. I don't know what's going to happen with Keenan Allen going forward. I know he's getting up there in age. He's not old by any means, but he's at the latter part of his career. But Austin Eckler is awesome. Mike Williams is also awesome. So you have a future. But there was a rumor that after the Chargers called a timeout, the Raiders decided to change their mind and go for the win. So Drew,
right?
That Raiders Chargers game was pretty wild, right?
Yeah, you see.
You talk about it a little bit.
Nigga, no, because
Nigga said no.
What? What y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to bench me? I know that's what y'all trying to do.
Nobody trying to bench you.
Yeah, what?
At this point,
you trying to bench yourself. You want us to bench you so you can go nap, nigga. Nobody trying to bench you. We want you to be in the pie.
Nigga, I am in the pie, bro. What?
You're falling asleep.
So, Mark, you've been asleep for like the last 3-4 minutes.
Shit.
So
nah. When I was doing my take, I started laughing because I noticed you was just like this. I started laughing, so it cut my take short.
So we're gonna get to the picks real soon, Drew. But Raiders, Chargers, these are the teams that took your place pretty much. Raiders now having the Steelers in. How did you feel about this Raiders Chargers game?
Actually, I would have made it if the Chargers Raiders didn't really do it. The Steelers did it. The Steelers took my spot. I'm just about that.
So any takes on the Charger Raiders game before we move on to our picks for
I really thought that tie was going to take place. I was telling once they put that tie information out, I was really pushing that tie. And it was very
why you pushing a tie though? Like that tie
would have been hilarious.
And it was money. And listen, it's win-win, and a lot of people bet it.
Right.
Both teams.
That's why a lot of people betted that shit. That's
no. I'm not saying nobody bet on the time. I'm just saying a lot of people bet on the Chargers. A lot of people betted on the Raiders. You can't really you don't bet on ties in football because it happens, but it don't really happen as often.
Yeah,
so it's not really
it's rare.
Bet on. But I just felt like It was going that route, and it's win-win. I know they're divisional rivals, but it's like, why risk fucking up my chances if I lose? And fuck it, we just tied. We both get in the playoffs. I don't give a fuck about the team, but I keep my spot, you know?
Right.
And just the way the game was going, I felt it was just going to end in a good old tie, and then the Steelers was going to be assed out. But nope.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Do y'all believe the Raiders with that
they were gonna no, I think they were gonna Herm Edwards said it best. You play to win the game.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing with their team to tie just
they would have been like
both make it.
Yeah,
fuck that. I'm gonna knock you out, bro.
No, you play to win the game. I mean, like the fact that it was. I think that in the beginning they were like, "Hey, man, if this game ends in a tie, it ends in a tie." But at the end of the day, whatever it is, what it is. Like we don't want to lose.
I think to that point, they played to the win.
Game. The Raiders the game. That was the whole point. So the Raiders were trying to win, and the Chargers were like, "Well, we can't lose this game either because if we lose this game, then we're out." So I think once it got to like getting to the point where it was going into overtime, I think both of them were like, "Yo, fuck this! Like we're going into overtime. Like it is what it is. We're both going to go in at this point now. It's overtime. Like it's fine." But then it was that weird timeout that was called.
Right.
Like he's like, "Oh, so you're trying to win and knock us out? Okay, fuck you. Now I'm definitely turning on the gas." I think that during the game, they weren't trying to tie. I think it was just magic that it happened. Like these things, like because everyone almost like, you know, what's that fucking visualize? Like if you think it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Like, you know, whatever fucking Gary V or like whatever motivational Tim Robbins will tell you, like, oh yeah, if you think you're gonna be a fucking millionaire, you're gonna be a millionaire. Fuck all your friends, they're all fucking losers. It's like, no, like when you think that, like, yeah, sometimes it happens, and it was serendipity that it did happen, and then it ended up going into overtime. Both those in that moment were like, holy shit, like this could go into overtime. We could this game and it'd be pretty hilarious.
But even Charger fans was like, when they saw the timeout, like, oh shit, we really
where it's like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, I think he's a good coach. I think he's turned this organization around and they're going to be good going forward. But it's like, I think he tried to get a little sneaky there where it was like, again, only in overtime. I'm not saying during the whole game, only in overtime. They were like, wait, are you guys trying to knock us out? Like, no. Fuck that. Now we're going for the win. And again, I think that's what I turned for real. But that's that. Playoffs are set. I would say let's talk about the matchups, but we are going to go right into our pick'ems now.
So we gonna get to our pick'ems, but before we get into the pick'ems for the wild card, we got to cap the regular season. Now, in regards to
losers, even though I didn't win this,
in regards to week 18,
I didn't lose, so
and close out the season at the top with 9 games. But the rest of us, except for Johnny, were tied in second with 8 wins. Johnny had 7. Now, in regards to the overall, play Queen. You can play some Queen right now. We are the champions if you want to.
Yeah, you are Queen. That's for sure.
Overall regular season, I am at the top with 171. Ed came in second with 163. DQ, who's never here and never watches football, 2 games behind Ed with 161. John in fourth, 155. Drew, 151. And Kev not too far behind Drew with 146.
I had a bad couple weeks.
So
what that tells me is that y'all are really trash. I know Kev early on was doing what I did last season, and was lying about his picks for sure.
Yeah, because his picks in the DOS and the OSA were complete.
Yeah. Right. And again, I get that because I did the same thing last year, and then I kept getting scrutinized and made fun of by all my friends. So it made me feel bad about myself. So I took this year serious. So I hope the next season you guys all take it seriously. You guys let fucking DQ fucking beat y'all. Come on.
Listen. I'm not gonna hold you. Let's be realistic. I picked the Giants all season.
So I picked every week too. Yeah.
And I picked the Jets damn near all season too. So
you know what I'm saying? I would have picked the extra. That would have been an extra point for me if I would have picked the other
for
team.
17 weeks almost, really, because you could have picked Giants always, and you had a better possibility of winning that week.
So that's like 15 weeks that you could have. How many weeks they won?
They won 4 games.
Okay, so
gave me 4 points.
Right, so that would have boosted you up some.
That's what I'm saying. Like those games that I picked them that realistically we knew they was gonna lose.
Right.
So, but it sucks to be y'all losers because who won the inaugural season?
Mm-hmm. Man, that shit don't matter, Josh. Different season. You lost.
So remember, as long as we continue this OSA, you go back and you look in the record books and the history of
in the archives.
The archives of OSA.
You're gonna see John, then you're gonna see Dev, and then wherever it goes after these next couple of years. But sucks to be out.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into the wild card now. First week buys by the Titans. The Titans have a buy in the AFC, as well as the Packers have a buy in the NFC. We're gonna
and rumors are that Derrick Henry should be back.
Derrick Henry should be back.
Bless you.
Why he gonna be back? Oh yeah.
So we're gonna get into our picks. Drew, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're putting this into the app.
Yes, we're putting it into the app. The OSA app.
My fault. I didn't know we used to know, but I got you. I'm about to go.
Put your picks in the app. Who's gonna do the spreads?
I got them right here.
All right.
That's what I ask them all the time.
Kicking it off Saturday at 4:30. We have the Raiders versus the Bengals.
Oh man,
the spread and your pick.
Raiders.
Okay. Bengals are 5.5 point favorites in this game. Since we can now legally bet in New York, which makes me so happy. Over under is 49. Give me the Bengals, and I'm betting the over.
Kev, who you got?
Bengals. Let's go.
John, who you got?
The Raiders. The John Madden story continues. They're doing it for John Madden.
Drew, who you got?
Raiders.
All right. I too have the Bengals. It's going to be a great game. All right, next up, divisional game, AFC East. We got the Patriots versus the Bills. All around.
I am not touching this game, betting wise. Bills are 4-point favorites, obviously at home. It could be a snowy game, they're saying. Last time it was a snowy game, Mac Jones only needed to throw the ball fucking 3 times, and they still found a way to squeak out a win. But it's a revenge game. It's a playoff game. God, I hope the Patriots don't lose or don't win. Give me the Bills.
Kev, who you got?
Bills.
Drew, who you got?
Bills.
Easy for me now.
Johnny, who you got?
I'm going with the Pats.
All right, and I have the Bills as well. Next up, we got your guys, Johnny, Kev, the Eagles versus the Bucks. Give us a spread and your pick all around.
Nigga John look like one of those gnomes, bro.
That too. Word.
Buccaneers are, you know what the funny part is about that too, is that like if John would have walked into the pod today without his mustache shaved, I would have completely forgot. But now I can't unsee it, so now I'm gonna be on it.
Because John is a real one. John stuck.
Yeah, he really is.
I definitely forgot about it until I saw his face.
Yeah. Okay. Buccaneers are 8.5 point favorites at home. Over under is 49. What I am touching on this, because I'm going to try this parlay again. Hopefully, an app gives me some money. I'm going to take the Eagles, and I'm going to take them money line, and I'm going to take them flat out with the win here. So far, it's Bengals Raiders over, Eagles money line.
Got it. All right. Did everybody say we all around? All around?
Don't ask me.
It's all around?
It's all around Bucks? Yeah, Bucks.
All right.
Around, go Brady.
All right. Next up, we got a really good game. Really good game. We got the Niners versus the surging.
This is the game I wanted to talk about.
This is the game. The surging. This is the game that the Cowgirls show what they're really about. Niners Cowgirls, give us the spread of your picks.
Cowboys are 3-point favorites. 51 is the over under. I want so bad to pick the 49ers. I want so bad to pick the 49ers. And I think I'm going to, because fuck it. I'm going to. I'm going with the fucking. I know I've been dick riding the Cowboys all season, and it's mostly to get underneath Johnny and Kev's skin, but I can't fake this anymore. I can't. I think the Niners have a good chance to beat them.
So basically, all that arguments for no reason. Because what did I say?
Yeah, I boiled the blood. That's all I wanted to do.
What I say?
What'd you say, John?
I said the Cowgirls, the accident waiting to happen, and they will lose if they make it. They was gonna lose in the first round, and everybody looked at me crazy, especially this guy, and he doesn't even have them as a pick to go to the next round.
So who you got, John?
Well, because they weren't gonna play the 49ers. If they would have played any other team, I would have picked the Cowboys.
I got the Niners.
Kev, who you got?
Niners.
Drew, who you got?
Niners.
All around. It's
Niners all around.
Niners with the upset. Again, if Cowboys would have faced anybody else, I probably would have picked them. And I'm still kind of like, I think they might win.
If you never played Arizona, you would have picked Arizona.
That's true.
Definitely.
But if they played Philly, I would have definitely picked them over Philly.
Shit, would you have picked them?
Money.
Realistically, Dev, would you have picked them if they would have played Tampa?
I probably would have, because I'm not.
There was no shot they were going to be able to play Tampa, though. There was no shot they would have been able to play Tampa.
No, I'm just saying, because I'm just naming all the teams that's in the first round.
Because if the last time they played, it was pretty close, and I think Cowboys defensively is better than they were earlier in the season.
Oh, they way better right now.
So I probably would have took Dallas for the money. Yeah, I would have took Dallas.
What about the Rams also? Because that's another first round team that's in the
Rams is, but we're gonna get to them.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
But yeah, so I got the Niners. Up next, we got the Steelers and maybe another upset. We don't know, against the Chiefs. Give us the spread and your picks, Ed.
I don't know about that. I'm going to cap off the three-way parlay with the Steelers covering, because the Chiefs are 12.5-point favorites in this game. I think the Steelers can cover that. 46.5 is the over-under. But outright, give me the Chiefs.
Kev.
Chiefs.
John. Okay.
Baby, go.
Baby. Mother fucking go.
Yo, I want to pick the Steelers so bad.
It's so hard.
Pick them.
That's why I had to do it. I had to pick two up just to win the week, because I knew everyone was going to kind of pick the same. So I'm glad you have to pick something that's different. Everybody has this.
Then pick them, bro.
So bad. But they don't have enough offensively to get me over that hump. Defensively, they there. But offensively, I know they can make it competitive, but I don't think they're going to win. So I got to go with the Chiefs, unfortunately. Last up, divisional game, rivalry game. Going to be a great game. We got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Rams. And give us the spread and your pick. I got the Cardinals, just to put it out there.
One thing I forgot to mention. I apologize. Hold on. Sorry. I'm getting there. So a lot of these matches are rematches, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
no, not only rematches. So 5 out of the 6 games will be rematches. Eagles versus Bucks again. Eagles got the better of the Bucks that week. Raiders versus the Bengals again. I believe the Raiders beat the Bengals. Bills.
The Bengals won that game.
Bengals won that game. The Bills and the Patriots have obviously played each other times a year. It's a divisional game. They split the series. Same thing goes for the Cardinals and the Rams. And then the Chiefs and the Steelers. Steelers got the better of the Chiefs week 1. Remember when the Chiefs started off like 0-3 and everyone except for John was like, oh, they suck. Okay. Rams are 4-point.
I still think they defense up.
I agree.
That's fine.
Rams are 4-point favorites in this game. Over under is 49.5. I've been saying it all season. I know I came around on him briefly, but then I went back. He's good at the beginning of the season. Very sucks. Kyler Murray has to pull out too many Madden plays in order for this to work out. Jared Goff is solid. Shouts King Cooper Cup. Triple Crown, leading the season in touchdowns, receptions, and receiving yards. They're going to do it again. They're going to do it again. Oh, and Cam Akers is back. So, yeah give me
Cam Akers is back.
Yeah. All right, so Ed got the Rams. Kev, who you got?
I have the Rams.
Johnny, who you got?
I'm going with the Rams. Tough game.
Drew, who you got?
Rams.
I'm on the island by myself, man. I can't go against Baby Yoda. I can't go against Baby Russ. I am going with the Arizona Cardinals to upset the Rams. And that is our wild card picks. As you can see right here, we have DQ's picks as well. Next, we're going to get into our power rankings for the playoffs. Again, power rankings, 5-5 power rankings for this year's playoffs, NFL playoffs. So, Drew, kick us off at number 5. Who you have at number 5 in your NFL playoff power ranking?
Cardinals.
At number 5, Drew has the Cardinals at number 5. All right, Kev, number 5. Cowboys. Eddie, number 5.
This is hard. I was trying to balance it out. You know what? Fuck it. I got to put my Bengals in there. Bengals at number 5.
Bengals at 5. John at number 5.
Arizona.
All right. At number 5, I have the 49ers at number 5 in my NFL power ranking for the playoffs. Number 4, Drew, who you got?
Why did I say
what?
I don't know why I said we, but Green Bay. Green Bay
at number 4.
Green Bay at number 4. All right. Kev, number 4.
Bengals.
Okay.
Bengals at 4. Ed at number 4.
I'm going to go with the Bills at 4.
Bills at 4. Y'all got a very interesting list. John, number 4.
Tampa.
Okay. And number 4, John has Tampa. And number 4, I have the Chiefs. Number 4 on my power ranking. Yeah, suck a dick, John. Number 4, the Chiefs. All right. And number 3, Drew, who you got?
Oh shit. Give me the Bucks.
Buccaneers at 3. All right, Kev, number 3.
Tennessee.
Go. Yeah.
Tennessee.
I like to see.
Eddie at number 3.
My number 3 is the Tennessee Titans.
John, number 3.
My number 3 is the Rams.
All right. And number 3, and I came around late. I did. I was talking shit, but they there. Number 3, Tennessee Titans on my list. All right. Number 2, with the fact that them playing the way they've been playing, Vrabel, Coach of the Year, getting Derrick Henry back, I couldn't have them.
It's crazy. I didn't think they would be here. Like they've they had those like weird losses. Like, and I talked about this before, but like they went on a skid with no one and still fucking won football games
and beat good teams.
And they're the number 1 seed right now.
Yeah,
see getting a bye week. It's fucking wild.
Yeah,
you good, Drew?
Nah, I got like a bump in the back of my head.
It's probably cancer. You should probably go get that looked at.
Knock on wood, but go look when you get off, how I'm checking and shit.
Not his hair. That's exactly what it is. It's an ingrown hair. Pop that shit. Do it right now, dog.
No, it's that fucking rubber band. He smacked himself with that rubber band.
That too. Right, that too. All right,
Drew. All right, but it's gonna be the Rams. Rams at number 2.
Number 2, Drew got the Rams. Kev, number 2.
KC.
The Chiefs at number 2. Ed, number 2.
The only team that I think that can beat the Titans would be the Chiefs, and they will play each other next week. So that'll really determine what it is. My rankings will definitely change after that. Yeah, that's how it would work out, I believe. Oh, no.
The Chiefs number 2 seed.
They'd be the 2 seed, so they play the winner of the. Well, it depends.
They play the Bengals, Raiders, right?
Well, if the Patriots win, then the Titans would play the Patriots, and if it doesn't matter, then But if the Bills win, then the Chiefs would play the Bills, and then the Titans will play the end result of the Raiders-Bengals game. I fucking hate the NFL. It's so confusing sometimes. The only team that I think that could beat the Titans ultimately in the AFC Championship game or whenever they meet would be the Chiefs. So I would have to put the Chiefs there.
Yeah. John, number 2.
I'm going with the bad man. The Packers as my number 2.
Okay. At number 2, I can't go against the champ quite yet. And if they get Fournette back, that offense going to probably come back together.
That's what they call them.
So I put the Bucks at number 2 on my playoff rankings. We're going to get into the number 1 playoff ranking. Drew, who you got at number 1?
Chiefs.
Chiefs is number 1 on this.
Packers ain't cracked Drew's list.
I did put the Packers.
I think Packers was like 5 on his list.
No, 4.
Oh, 5 or 4, one of them. They on there. Yeah, it was one of his first ones he said.
Oh, sir.
All right.
I said Cardinals.
They was 4.
Cardinals, Packers, Bucks, Rams, and now Chiefs.
Yep. All right, Kev, number 1.
You got the Bucks.
Bucks number 1 on your list. All right, Ed.
I don't have the Bucks on the list.
He don't have the Bucks at all.
I don't have the Bucks at all. I don't have the fucking Rams either.
I already know what Ed's pick. I know Ed's number 1.
It's the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
I think they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. I think this is the last ride in Green Bay. Whether they end up in Denver, whether he retires and starts selling jeans, whether he goes to the Jets for a year and then catches a sexual harassment case and end up with the Vikings and follow the real Brett Favre pattern, which I know Dev really, 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 really wants. But I think this is one last ride. Aaron Rodgers needs to get this monkey off of his back. He needs to stop being the guy that loses when the moment matters, and not only have more than one ring, and needs to have more than one ring under his belt to solidify his Hall of Fame career.
All right. John, number 1.
Baby motherfucking goat.
Eating, boy. Eating.
Nah, they're not gonna be beat. That's so I can say what I want. They're just not gonna be beat. Yo, you heard that? Remember when we had the conversation? I said spot the Colts 21. We spot the Colts 21, but they're gonna be playing in the parking lot.
Only team I can see that happening if they play against the Raiders in the AFC somehow. Anybody else, you spot them 21 against the Chiefs with that defense, it's over. It's quiet for the Chiefs.
You said spot John. You think if you spot the Titans 21 points against the Chiefs, that the Chiefs are going to come?
I said the Colts. It was a conversation we had on the previous pod. I said the Colts because Dev was like really like bigging up the Colts that episode. I said we could spot them 21 points and come out. And also, wasn't the Titans up big against the Chiefs and the Chiefs came back and beat them?
Yep.
And what was the score in that game?
I don't remember. God damn it. I'll look it up. God damn it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting when you see that score.
At number 1, I have the bad man, Green Bay Packers. I think, like Ed said, this is the last hurrah for that team.
No, last time the Chiefs and the Saints played each other, and the Chiefs and the Titans beat each other, fucking Titans smoked them 27-3.
Come on, the playoffs.
So you talking about Alex Smith was still. You talking about that play where what's his name? Darrelle Revis smacked down an interception and Marcus Mariota caught his own touchdown.
The Titans won that game. The game the Chiefs won.
Hold on.
Anywho, I don't remember the game, but all I'm saying is Packers, this is the last ride for Ron and the Packers. He gonna close it out with a win until Green Bay and his fans to eat a dick. And that is the 5-5 for playoff power rankings. We're gonna close the episode out with when you hear this, our bold prediction. Ed was the only one who hit last week. And Ed's prediction was a good prediction. And I was surprised he hit because it was a lot of things needed to happen for that to come true. It happened. So let's see how this weekend, when you hear this, go. Kev, kick us off with your bold prediction.
Playoff debut for the cigar man himself, Joe Burrow. Those for over 350 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Ooh-wee.
I don't like that.
Bold prediction.
No, I like yours, Kev. I just don't like what I was thinking.
All right, John, give me your bold prediction.
My bold prediction by next week, my man Jim Harbaugh will be hired by my motherfucking Giants.
Yep, so I'm gonna just put it wrong on that already. Go ahead, make that graphic and put wrong on it. I ain't got to worry about it later. Usually I make the graphic and then wait to see how it go. I'm just put wrong on that shit as soon as I make it. Thank you, John. All right, Drew. Let me get your bold prediction.
But Bengals, Patriots, and Steelers losing first round.
The Bengals, Patriots, Steelers, all taking the L.
All
first
taking
round.
All
right, Ed, let me get your bold prediction.
I had this thing where I was like, all the even seeds would win outright and the odd teams would lose. So that would mean the Chiefs would win, the Patriots would win, the Bengals would win, the Niners would win, the Rams would win, and the Bucks would win. But I kind of want the Bucks to lose, and I want the Patriots to lose. All right, here we go. The dynasty that was, the era that ruined my life, the 2000s dynasty. Both Tom Brady and the Patriots will lose.
Both Tom Brady and the Patriots take an L first round.
But I got the teams wrong.
I like
the Chiefs
your shit.
In that playoff run, the Chiefs down 24 to the Texans and came back and won that game 51-31. So, like I said, when it comes to baby goat, spot whatever, I got a baby goat.
All right. Yeah. Now, I got my two boys, Joe Burrow, also Baby Russ, both getting wins by 2 possessions. Both getting the W, winning by 2 possessions in this this NFL wild card.
So by 10 points or more.
10 points. Fuck that shit. Both winning by 2 TDs. 2 TDs.
Okay.
So fuck it.
I can see one of those things happening.
Fuck it. Because Burrow gonna cook, him and Jimi gonna cook, and Baby Russ is gonna cook these fucking Rams. And I'm saying this now because I'm the only one that picked the Cardinals. 2 TDs, Baby Russ, Baby Yoda, Grogu, whatever you want to call him, he about to beat the Rams by 2 TDs. And that is my bold prediction. And that is our episode, OSA, episode 39, season 2. We getting closer to that 50 piece. Hopefully at some point we have DQ back, but we never know. But I would like to thank the guys for being here. Drew, thank you for pushing through and making it all the way to the end. Johnny, thank you for being a man of your word and cutting that beard and looking like the Unabomber. Thank you for doing your thing. Ed, thank you for coming back. I thought you weren't going to be here because
I don't know what's going on.
From vacay. Kev, happy dying day to you, guy. Blessings to you, my brother. We love you. We hope to see you next year. Chlamydia free. All that good shit. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share. All that good shit. Tell your friends. Tell your moms. Tell your peoples. And like always.
Definitely don't tell Kev's girlfriends because then they'll definitely find out that that's where they got chlamydia from. But we out.
Love, you claim me the Ellis. You don't believe in yourself to forget it. You gotta put yourself up in position. Ice game on there, ice. And my ice game's been in the kitchen. How can you tell me to pick a religion? I'm 24 and I'm broke as a bitch. But I'm a millionaire rich in the spirit. Yeah. Hoping you get my plight. 24 hours in a day. Goofy ass niggas might die by night.